How you guys doing? Back with another late night discussion. I'm going to talk about an incident that happened. I saw someone do a report on it, and I saw the news story myself. And I see why my grandmother always told me to avoid urban areas, because the mayhem just never stops. There was a shooting at a Circle K gas station in DeKalb County. Uh, Three people, three innocent bystanders were hit. I believe this may have been gang related. They don't know what caused the shooting, but this just goes to show you why it's not safe to be in urban areas. When I was a kid, my grandmother always told me to stay away from these urban areas, and I didn't understand why, but I understand now. And I know you people might say you a coon, you an Uncle Tom. I'll go ahead and take that label. I don't care. Feel how you want to feel about it. I like to, when I go places, I try to stay away from these hood environments because when you go to these type of environments, nothing good is going to come of it. Somebody going to either get beat up or a shootout going to take place. I try to stay away from these type of environments. You got three people at a gas station injured because they was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And these stories don't surprise me. They don't shock me because what goes on in the jungle activity. So it's no shocker, it's no surprise. But in these type of areas, it's how can you feel safe? And I don't blame certain people for staying in certain areas. So they don't have to deal with this type of nonsense. Because it never fails. Anytime you're in an urban environment, you have to fear for your life. Tommy Sotomayor used to talk about this all the time, and he ain't lying. He is not lying. In these urban environments, you got to fear for your life. You got to worry, if you going to, get shot or if something is going to pop off. That is why I do my best to stay away from these type of environments. Go somewhere where you don't have to worry. Go get gas somewhere else. When I was driving, I always got my gas in a non-urban environment before my car broke down. I always got my gas in a non-urban environment. You're not going to catch me pulling up in no predominantly urban area trying to get gas. You asking for trouble. And it's sad that it's that way, but that's the way it is. It's unfortunate. You know, you can't go in an urban area because you got to worry about some foolishness that may happen. And it's sad, but that's just the way it is. Um, but this is the culture of today. This is the urban culture. And it's sad and it's very unfortunate. Um, you know, this world it's in complete turmoil, and it's not gonna get any better. And what I don't like is how if you're not in sync with the culture, then you're seen as a misfit. But what if I don't want to be in tune with that madness? What if I want to follow a different path? I don't have to be in tune with that ignorance. And this is why I say stay away from these urban areas. Because anytime you in an urban area, you got to worry about stuff like this. Your life is at stake. And it's terrible that it's that way. You can't even go to a freaking gas station and get gas because you got to worry about some bullets flying. you know. And they tell certain, people, oh, if you don't go in the urban area, that you're not real, or you a sellout, or you a Uncle Tom. Who cares? At least you won't be dead. At least you won't be in the hospital. Those three bystanders at that gas station, they didn't know that they was going to end up in the hospital that evening. They didn't know that. They was just enjoying their day, getting their gas, doing their thing. They didn't know that they was going to end up getting shot at a gas station and ending up in the hospital. But that's what happens in these urban areas. And this is why I say stay away from these areas. My grandmother wasn't telling me wrong when she told me to stay away from urban areas. She was steering me in the right direction, because this is the type of stuff that goes on. This stuff right here. And that's why I do my best to stay. If I'm going to hang out somewhere, it's not in no urban area. If I'm going to go anywhere, I stay away from those areas, because I don't want to be around that kind of energy. Because anytime you go to an urban area, it's nothing but negative energy that lives there. And you always, every time you cut on the news, is always a shootout somewhere. And it's always in an urban area. It's always the same old story. It gets tiring, you know? And it's just, and this is why society looks at us the way they do, because of these type of incidents right here. And I'm sure this shooting wasn't over nothing. It wasn't over nothing that really mattered. It was over some foolishness, I'm sure. You know? And people who break the law, people who do all of these heinous things, a lot of these types of dudes, in most cases, the worst type of dudes, and you know where I'm going with this, the worst type of dudes, they are the dudes that women give a pass to because they find them attractive. These type of cats right here, these are the dudes who are always given a pass because women find them to be good looking. I've come to a point to where I even say looks matter more than intelligence. Because these jokers that was shooting at this gas station, I'm pretty sure that women find him to be an attractive man. And I'm sure that women probably will throw a lot of vagina their way. I'm sure. So that's why I say, when you're a man that women find attractive, you can always get away with murder. And these type of incidents right here is a main reason to fear for your life when you go to an urban area. It's the main reason to be afraid and to be cautious. And it's sad that you got to be that way. But, when you're dealing with a certain mentality of people, what do you expect? It's just unfortunate. Got 3 people that's in the hospital injured, all over some foolishness. That's why I say, if you're going to get gas, don't get gas in the hood. Don't go to the hood to get no gas. Don't do it. Go to the non-urban area to get some fuel. Then you won't have to worry about this type of stuff right here. Because, we all know violence can happen anywhere. But if you go to the hood, you're just asking for trouble. You're just asking for it. Because we see these kind of incidents on the news all the time. But this type of stuff right here just proves to me even more why you want to be skeptical and stay away from certain environments, because it could be your last day being at the wrong place at the wrong time. But that's been tonight's discussion. You guys have a good night, good morning, and I'll talk to you soon.